Welcome to Prague for the 2023 EuroLeague Women Final Fours. This is semi-final number 2, and what a game we have for you. Praha facing up against Mersin. This is it. This is the Final Fours. Fenerbahce, they've already booked their place in the final with a win over Skio earlier today, but who will be joining them? Who will be keeping their dreams alive of lifting that trophy on Sunday evening? I'm Mark Mills. I'm joined by former French international player Deandra Chachon. Deandra, we've had one amazing semi-final already. Are we expecting this one to be even better?
Well, Mark, another great matchup we've been waiting for. It's going to be a great game, as unpredictable as the first semi. The full house of Prague today, and the Chinese fans are ready to make some noise as well. And it's really impressive what they did in the quarterfinal against Gorge for Mersin and against Avenida for Prague. Great battle. It's going to be a great battle tonight as well.
Absolutely is. We're now waiting for the player introductions. First to be introduced will be Mersin, and what a season they've had. Turbulent to say the least. A season of two halves, major changes, both playing personnel and coaching staff, but the changes seem to put this team back on track. Deandra, when you're a player and you have that level of change around you, what kind of impact does it have on you, and how impressed have you been with how this team has coped with that?
Well, I think you can go one way or the other, and for this Mersin team, there have definitely been two teams during this season. It has been a positive change for them, bringing in Coach Ininguez. It's been a terrific job. We can feel the bond between him and his players. Obviously, when we talk about Mersin, we want to talk about Chelsea Gray. She's being amazing. We all seen the clinic she put against Gorge in the quarterfinal. She's really, I think, the heart of this team, but you have other players. Tiffany Hayes is about to put on a show as well. Experienced player with Treven Dakic, who came late in the season. Dubljevic as well. That's a really good team, well coached. Even though some players don't have much experience, the coach has been the experience of the Final Four, so it's going to be a great game. And like he said, they didn't just came to play, they came to compete, and for sure they want to advance to the title game, so it's going to be a great matchup tonight.
Yeah, it was interesting listening to Coach Ininguez when he was saying one is not enough in that press conference. He was like, it's lovely that we're here, but we need to be here every year, and we need to be fighting for a title. And if you're a player, even me, I'm getting chills with that. It's what you want to hear. A coach that isn't just happy with the here and now. He's looking to how do we build that dynasty? How do we build a program that is iconic around the world? And well, the first stepping stone to that is making the Final Fours, which they've done for the first time in their history. So you have to be impressed with that. And I have a feeling the roof will now be raised off the arena as Praha are going to be introduced here on their home floor in this semi-final. And well, what can you say about Praha? Probably the most balanced team in EuroLeague Women this season. Truly a two-way team, but do you think this Praha roster has what it takes to go all the way and lift that trophy?
Yeah, we've been talking about it a lot. Last time they hosted the Final Four in 2015. They made it all the way against Ekaterinburg. So I know what they're capable to do, especially at home. They've really had a really good season. I think the same for like Mersin, what I was saying about Chelsea Gray. When you talk about Prague, you want to talk about Alyssa Thomas. She's been terrific all year long, averaging a double-double, 16 points, 11 rebounds, and 6 assists. Yeah, we're talking about a front-court player there. And it's not only her, you have other experienced girls. Most people have been on this team for more than 3 years. Now, the coach is really experienced, one of the most decorated coaches in the history of the EuroLeague women with 5 EuroLeague titles. They're ready to play. I think they wanna bring it. I mean, they're at home. They wanna take it home again. And I feel like if they're not too much under the pressure of the full house tonight, they can really feed off the atmosphere in the gym.
Yeah, certainly without a shadow of a doubt, the crowd have turned up in numbers and in voice here today for Praha, and they will play their part. It's been something that the coach and the players have talked about in the build-up to this Final Fours, how proud they are to have the Final Fours on their home floor. Yes, there's history, as you said, with that win in 2015. Can they replicate it again? I'm sure they would absolutely want to. They've reached the Final Four 6 times in the last 8 seasons, but only made it through to the final once. That was the year they won it. That was on this floor. Maybe the stars are aligning for Praha. Here's the starting 5 for Mersin: Cornelius, Gray, Hayes, Savendakic and Williams. But as you said, Deandra, so much talent to come off the bench as well. Coach Iniguez has got this team firing on all cylinders. Another team that appear at the Final Fours for their first ever time. But as Coach Iniguez says, you have a feeling it might not be the last time we see them at the Final Fours.
Yeah, he's really pushing his players. They have the potential to make it all the way this year, but you know, if you can build on it for the next edition of the EuroLeague Women campaign, that can be a very dangerous team.
Here are our officials for this evening's game: Andres Rogers, Michal Proch and Karsten Strauber from Latvia, Poland and Germany respectively. A strong officiating crew for what should be a really interesting game. Here's the 5 to take to the floor for Praha: Taya Oblak, Maria Conde, Valerian Vukasavljevic, Alyssa Thomas and Brianna Jones. Much of the hype around the starting 5 throughout the season. Many people talking about maybe it's quite a shallow rotation. It's true, but don't look beyond that bench. There are players that have the ability to step on the floor and do a job for Coach Heiko.
Yes, so experienced. We're talking about Alyssa Thomas, but you also have Valerian Vukasavljevic, Maria Conde, Brianna Jones. Great players, experience, and they're used to be on the big stage.
Yeah, as we look at the head-to-head for the coaches, you have to say that Hekova has it at the moment. 5 titles to her name and a 6-4 lead over Coach Iniguez of Mersin. Now looking at the player head-to-head as well. Deandra, take us through this matchup that we're going to see today between Gray and Vukasavljevic.
Yeah, Chelsea Gray, I think she's just been a monster lately. I mean, not lately. We know her. We know her winning mentality. All she does is winning. We saw that last summer. And Valerian Vukasavljevic has been so much to this team of Prague. We talk a lot about Alyssa Thomas, but I think she's just as important. She's been playing terrific basketball all season long. And I think it's going to be a great matchup. I don't know if they're going to play defense on each other, but I know it's going to be intense. They both have this winning mentality, and they're going to give it all.
Yeah, for me, Gray has been that consistency throughout, and then Vukasavljevic has had some absolutely massive games this season in the regular season. How those two play will, without a doubt, have an effect on which direction this game goes. Thinking about that, what are the keys to today's game? How are you expecting this one to play out?
I mean, I think it goes different ways, but for sure, if you're Mersin, you want to stop the rhythm of Prague. They want to run, they like to run. You have to take care of the ball if you're Mersin. You don't want them to get high with the crowd. And of course, if you're Prague, you have to limit Chelsea Gray. The ball cannot be so much in her hands, because when she's not carrying, she's pressing. So you want other players to step up. And I think another key for Mersin will be to they have to make Alyssa Thomas and Brianna Jones work in the paint. They cannot just press defense. It's gonna be put the ball inside and make them work in defense. So they have to be on both hands.
Absolutely, this one is perfectly balanced on a knife edge. 2 very different looking teams, but 2 teams for me that are equally matched, likely to go toe to toe. I would certainly clear out your diary later this evening, because I wouldn't rule out overtime in this one. Just before we get started, a reminder, your best way to follow along with all of the Final Fours action is to download the EuroLeague Women's app, available on Android and iOS. You have your phones in your hands right now. I guarantee you do. Deandra almost does. Yes, it's in her lap. She's ready to go on the socials as well. So do jump onto Facebook, Insta, Twitter, YouTube, and follow at EuroLeague Women as the action progresses. But now you feel the energy and the nerves rise here in the arena as we get ready for the opening tip of the second semi-final of the 2023 EuroLeague Women's Final Fours. And we're underway. Semi-final 2 here in Prague. 2023 EuroLeague Women's Final Fours as Praha, the home team, take on the Turkish Final Four rookies Mersin. Slavendikic now trying to use the screen, but the double team comes up, strips it away, but Mersin will hold on to possession on the sideline.
And we can see Coach Echkova decided to put Alyssa Thomas on the matchup on Chelsea Gray.
Down into the low post, going to work, backing her way in, fades away. Good defense there by Vukasavljevic. Straight away, catch and shoot. Didn't even contemplate passing that one. That was an automatic flinch reaction to get the shot away.
That's a good shot for Prague.
And an easy early score for Williams.
That's what Mersin is going to have to do, make Brianna Jones work in defense as well.
Yeah, Jones has had foul trouble this season. If they can push her into that early, that will play a part for sure. Thomas now inside. Oh, what a handoff, but a big defensive play by Mersin. It will be Mersin ball, and Alyssa Thomas just holding her ankle. That would be a worry if you're a Praha fan. Let's see this one. Yeah, just came down. I think it was on Williams' foot. Cornelius now hands it off to Gray. Quick fluid movement here by Mersin into the corner, wide open, 3 ball goes up, no good. Slavendikic though with the rebound over the top of Vukasavljevic. Goes again and gets the score. This is a bright, confident start by the Turkish team.
Kremendakic wants to play that post-up.
Black, as you would expect the captain to step in and take the captain's role, settle some nerves, and gets Praha scoring underway. Shoelace to be tied up as we see a replay of O'Black opening Praha's account here in the semi-final. And you'd love to try and isolate particular matchups you're interested in watching. It's a bit difficult in this game because it's pretty much the entire floor. I'm interested in watching all of the matchups. Lovely pass inside, and Williams gets another score.
You can see Mersin wants to put the ball inside for sure.
Jones out early, gets the score on the other end of the floor, and we talked about this before we went live today, the fact that Brianna Jones kind of leaks out and tries to run that transition as the big, and if you're going to get a big to run, you've got to pay her, and they did there with the feet. Hayes, no good with the shot. Thomas with the rebound. O'Black now feeds the low post, kicked away by Cornelius. And they'll get a reset on the shot clock to 14. As both teams in these early stages try to impose their game plan on the other. Conde to Jones. Jones got the strength and height advantage. Can she make it pay? Not this time. The treble team collapses on her.
And the triple team on her.
Cornelius now trying to find a lane, drives inside, steps through, falls to the ground, trying to buy the foul. The officials are having none of it. Praha ball on the baseline. And with the officials on that one. There was contact with the knee, but I don't think enough to warrant the foul call. Thomas now, step back, off the glass. Foul's going to be called though. That one on Slavendikic. Thomas will head to the free throw line, and Alyssa Thomas has had an absolute standout season. She really has led Praha so many games. There's only been 2 triple-doubles in the entire EuroLeague women this season, and both of them were Alyssa Thomas. That tells you the kind of season she's having.
She's amazing, and 6 assists per game. For 4. That's just crazy.
Yeah, if you look up winner in the dictionary, I'm pretty sure that Alyssa Thomas has now got her picture right next to the word, because that's all she comes to do. Goes again.
And she does her own new one.
Gets her own rebound, can't get the score though. Out to Gray now. Inside to Williams, right hand,
Oh, they really
slightly
wanna
off
keep the
target. O'Black to Jones. What a physical battle this is becoming already. Foul's going to be called on Tiffany Hayes. I'm not sure you'll find a more confident player on the planet than Tiffany Hayes. She approaches everything with real positivity. Here's Brianna Jones just getting locked up illegally by Hayes. Conde pulls up for the long two. That's short, gets her own rebound, kicks it back out again. Vukosavljevic for three. Not this time. Mersin giving up a lot of offensive rebounds to Praha early. Gray, oh, that is a beautiful pass. A hot knife through butter for that one. Conde drives inside to Thomas. Oh, another great pass. Team offense from Praha ends with a 2 for Jones. Foul's going to be called. I think that one will be on Vukosavljevic, just bumping Svendikic as she was trying to set the screen. Let's have a look at the replay of that backdoor cut. Millimeter perfection on the pass. And up the other end, more beautiful team offense. A little over 4 minutes played. Mersin hold a single-point lead in what everyone predicts to be a real nail-biter of a semi-final. Cornelius tries to thread the needle, but it's kicked away by Jones.
She's looking for Elizabeth Williams again. They really want to put that ball inside with Williams.
You wonder what the mindset behind that is. Do they believe that maybe Brianna Jones could be a foul trouble prospect? And or at least they're wearing her down.
And I think they need to do it with Chelsea as well. She's guarding by Alyssa.
That's a turnover. As Gray tries the rip through on Alyssa Thomas, can't quite draw the foul.
She tried.
Thomas, I think, just about got her hands out of the way in time. A wry smile from Alyssa Thomas as she walks back up the floor, knowing that she almost got caught with that one. Foul's going to be called on Gray. I think that was a little bit of a frustration foul from not getting the call at the other end of the floor. Third foul of the quarter for Mersin. We could see Praha head to the free throw line. Not a bad free throw shooting team either. 78% this season as a team. Not a team you want to send there too often, that's for sure. Black to Vukosavljevic. Trying to find a lane. She does this time. Draws the foul. Another foul on Gray. 2 quick fouls. That's going to cause Coach Iniguez some issues. Does he leave her in the game or does he take her out? What would you do if you were in Coach Iniguez's shoes?
I mean, that's too early for that's true, and I think that's really well played by Valerian. She's faster than Chelsea, and I think she has to attack her and try to go for all the time. It's not a good matchup for Mersin.
No, I think, yeah, like you say, maybe Coach Iniguez looks at the matchup rather than taking her out, take her away from the point of the offense that is Vukosavljevic for Praha. And Praha take the lead with that pair of made free throws from Vukosavljevic. Williams spills it, the pass is poor, but Jones throws it straight back to Cornelius. Svendikic gets it to rattle home. Svendikic, one of those players that made the move from Avenida to Mersin, almost alongside Coach Iniguez. Stolen away, good hands by Gray. That was a risky play. She could have picked up a third foul, but it pays off this time.
It's a lot of pressure. still going into the basket.
And look how pumped Gray is. She's trying to kickstart her own offense, trying to get things going, and she has that handle, she has that ability to find a lane. Thomas now, unorthodox jumper is too heavy.
What a pass.
Another beautiful team offense from Mersin this time. Extend their lead out to 5. Conde goes baseline, throws it away. Some miscommunication at the moment here for Praha. It's rare. They've had a stable roster pretty much for the entire season. They're well gelled, but a few communication issues has led to a few turnovers, and a timeout has been called by Coach Hekova. As we see the replay of Gray just using the 1 millimeter of space she was given to find a lane to the basket, and that's the Williams finish as well.
I think it's not a good idea to upset Chelsea Gray.
Let's jump into this Praha huddle, hear what Coach has to say. The 1-2 punch of Savendikic and Elizabeth Williams. The reason why Coach Hekova has called the timeout. They've combined for 10 of the 14 points from Mersin early on. What did you take from that timeout from Coach Hekova?
Yeah, I think it's what Mersin is doing with Elizabeth Williams. It's not something that we're used to see her do in the previous year. She's always been seen as a defensive player, but this year she's really have a high responsibility in offense as well, and they're using that pretty well so far.
Mersin now on the offense again. Savendikic in the corner, going straight to Vukosavljevic, puts the shake on, comes up short though. The foul is called. Only Praha's second foul of the game so far, as Coach Hekova will make the change. Into the game for the first time comes the 23-year-old Horachkova. Maria Conde heading to the bench. Conde returning from an ankle injury, so just wondering whether they are slightly limiting her minutes or at least giving her some breaks within the action. Savendikic hits the first of her 2. Extends Mersin's lead now out to 6. Make that 7. Savendikic up to a personal tally of 6 herself. Vukosavljevic goes to the baseline, it's knocked away. Good read by Williams into the passing lane. In transition now, Mersin. Savendikic trying to back herself down to the basket, and another score. Savendikic has come to play. Foul's going to be called on Cornelius as she bumps O'Black.
I think if you're Prague, you want to keep putting the ball on Vukosavljevic. She's still guarded by Chelsea Gray, and she can make her pick up a third foul. So that's what Maria Conde is going to have to do.
And it looks like Coach Iniguez may have been listening in as Chelsea Gray heads to the bench, and into the game comes Dubljevic. Conde straight back into the action. Vukosavljevic heading to the bench. Black hits the first of her 2. Just 69% from the free-throw line this year, Taya O'Black. Averaging just shy of 10 points a game, 4 assists, almost 6.5 assists, almost 4 rebounds. A real captain's role from O'Black. Cornelius skips it cross court. Savendikic 3-ball short. Long outlet pass, but it's intercepted. Well read by Dubljevic. But it's stolen back. Thomas. Conde, catch and shoot 3 ball, too heavy. Frenetic phase of play. Both teams really trying to push the pace right now.
Yep, really intense.
Foul's going to be called on Vorachkova. First foul of the game for her. Just a little hesitation dribble.
Alex Korendek is doing everything right now. Scoring, drawing fouls.
Yeah, she certainly seems to be the tip of the spear on the offensive end for Mersin at the moment. A lot of it going through her. We talked about that in semi-final one though, find the hot hand, and that's what Mersin are looking to do.
Wow.
That's her own rebound, another tough play. This time it's Tiffany Hayes. Just stayed with the play, and Mersin had a 9-point lead with a little over 2 to play in the first quarter. Inside to Thomas, the pass is poor. She's not going to hold on to that one, and Hayes will ignite the Jets and get out in transition. Doesn't get the score. Jones with the rebound. Nice pass inside. Jones, short 2 is good. That is what the Praha offense has. It has bigs that can shoot the ball from the mid-range.
Yep.
Foul's going to be called, I think, on Thomas. 4th foul of the quarter for Praha. That's another smart play by Dubljevic, the veteran, reading.
Really experienced.
Offensive foul called on Cornelius. So Black will take possession. Wholesale changes for Mersin. Into the game comes Hollingsworth. We do wonder if the deeper rotation that Coach Iniguez has in the Mersin roster will be really instrumental. Conde now waits for the screen, uses the screen well from Jones and spins. That's a beautiful play by Conde. Real maestro on the floor.
Great play by Pride. If Prague is able to put the ball inside, it's going to be really good.
Dubljevic to the floor, and the lane just parted. The defense was nowhere to be seen. Black, change of direction, kicks it out. Vorachkova nails the 3. Only shooting 29% from downtown, but hits a big shot at a crucial moment of this game. Gray slips the pass inside, outside to Savendikic, shot fake, steps in, short 2, no good. Vorachkova, another big play, this time a defensive rebound. Alyssa Thomas to Conde, pulls up mid-range 2 and caught between 2 options there. Was she going to use the glass or was she just shooting straight for the bucket? Gray looks for the pass inside, and Black is going to get blown for the foul, I think, pulling back Hollingsworth.
What a pass again by Chelsea Gray.
Yeah, unbelievable vision. It's just being able to time it and weight it to that perfection is, yeah, a skill worth its weight in gold. .6 seconds left in this first quarter. Mersin will look to take the final shot of the quarter and will leave the first quarter with a lead. Dubljevic throws up a prayer, is fouled by Alyssa Thomas. Oh my goodness,
really
that's
smart.
not the best of decisions. 0.4 seconds left on the first quarter clock. At best, she would have had an awkward fading away jumper from distance, and now she's going to have a chance to earn some points from the free throw line, and Alyssa Thomas picks up a foul.
You can tell Dubljevic is really experienced. She knows how to get that far.
That's the first to go. Shooting 75% from the free throw line, and Jelena Dubljevic is one of those glue players that every team needs. Any team that's successful has those players that just comes on the floor and does what they're needed to do at the right moments. End of the first quarter, almost a buzzer beater there from Praha, but it won't count. And what a first quarter from the visitors. Slightly stunned silence here. 10 minutes in the book. It's Praha 18, Mersin 24. One quarter out of the way. Here are your statistics from that first quarter. Neither team really looking to get anything done from outside. Both teams getting into the trenches, getting into the paint to get their work done. Do you see that changing as the game progresses?
I think if you are Prague, you really need to put the ball inside more. You have Alyssa Thomas, you have Brianna Jones. Honestly, I don't see who in this Mersin team can stop them from getting paint points. So that's what you want to do, and I think Mersin is just doing a great job overall, getting to the basket with their guards or with Elizabeth Williams on the post-up. They're really dictating, I think, right now this game. So yeah, I think Prague really needs to push the ball, but not always settle for fast three-point shot.
Yeah, and you have to be concerned if you're Coach Hekova. You've got the third best defense in EuroLeague women this season. You usually only ship around about 67 points a game, and you've just conceded 24 in the first quarter. That's a worrying sign, and for me, I'm sure that's what Coach Hekova has focused on. How do we fill that paint up? How do we stop them getting the easy points inside and make them shoot the ball a little bit more? Because clearly Mersin don't want to use that as their first option. They want to go inside. Be interesting to see early in this second quarter how Praha flex and change on the defensive end more than anything for me.
Yeah. And Mersin has a lot of talent, and they're scoring on individual actions right now. I think that Prague really needs to get that team defense have they've been doing all season.
Just a reminder, Fenerbahce already have their spot booked. They are in the final after a very hard-fought win in the first semi-final against Skio. We are now one quarter into the second semi-final, and our visitors, Mersin, hold a 6-point lead. Black now to Conde. What's the call? It's going to be a blocking foul. That's the right call. Dubljevic called for the foul. I think she gives a thumbs up to the official to say, yep, that's a good call. I was a split second too late on the move. Yeah, she just hedged a little late. As we end up with players in a crumple on the floor. Conde now. Oh, beautiful passing. Absolutely beautiful slick team offense from Praha. And that's what they were asking for, Coach Hekova, in that early timeout. Spacing. Space the floor, create some passing lanes for us to work within. Gray now skips it to the weak side. Wide open Hayes, nails the three. But the hat tip has to go to Gray for the vision. She was tied up and found a way to get the pass. Oh, Black, long two, no good. Jones with another rebound.
That was a good shot from Black, that's her shot.
Oh, look at the roar from Alyssa Thomas. She wants this trophy. She wants it real bad right now. She's going to do everything she can. Mersin's lead is at 5. Great elbow jumper, putting as much of the shakes on as she can to lose a defender. Didn't able to lose the defender, but still gets the shot for the score. Oh, Black, almost a perfect replay of the previous play. But you are right, that's her shot. Gray now at the top, shaping up. Foul's going to be called on Vorachkova, just reaching in. Second foul called on her. Gray will head to the line for free throws. There's the beautiful, quick passing of Praha to slice Mersin's defense open. And that's the play from Thomas. How many times have we seen that this season?
I mean, Mark, who has a better pull-up jump shot than Chelsea Gray?
Very true, very true. And that's why you can understand from Vorachkova's perspective, you need to keep stepping forward. You're going to get fouls called, but you can't afford not to almost overplay that shot. It's the first of her two. Back at the line for the second. It's now a 9-point lead for Mersin. 2 minutes gone here in this second quarter as we see Violova into the game. Thomas with a nice crisp handle, kicks it out. Conde inside to Jones. Quick movement here from Praha. Thomas doesn't get the jumper to go this time.
That's a great defense by Mersin.
Hayes tries to blast away to the basket and does. Brushes Maria Conde to the side like she's as light as a feather. Tough play from Hayes. Thomas, strong move, draws the blocking foul.
That's a tough one.
Ubljevic thought she got established down low. Official took their time to think that one through. Let's have a look at the replay. Nah, still moving. That's the right call from the officials.
And I think it's smart from Alisa. They want to let her shoot, but she's telling them, no, I'm gonna go at you.
And I think that's right for Alyssa Thomas to do that. She needs to lift this Praha offense. At the moment it's stalling, and she's one of those players that can just create her own offense. She doesn't need the team to work a structure for her. She just has the raw ability to get to the bucket.
Definitely.
It's both her free throws as well. Brings it back down to a 9-point ball game here in Prague. Hayes shaping up, feeds it inside to Williams. Good ball movement, great spacing. Atash for three, nails it.
Beautiful.
That is textbook basketball from Mersin. Vukasavljevic, free throw line jumper.
Yeah, Prague needs to put some rhythm.
Hayes, little crossover step back. The shot's a little flat though. And the pace is relentless right now. Real run and gun basketball from both teams.
Whoa.
That's going to be an unsportsmanlike foul. That's a really rash foul.
Yeah.
Not the smartest one from Sinem Atash.
That's a good foul.
And you can see the reaction from Coach Iniguez. I think she's lucky she's at the other end of the floor right now.
Yep. That's a good call. Definitely not playing the ball.
Yeah, an easy call for the officials. As we see Vukasavljevic head to the free throw line, an 89% free throw shooter. I've now cursed her. Oh no, thank goodness, she does make that one. It's the second to go as she breathes out heavily on that one. Mersin will make the change as Cornelius comes in and Hayes heads back to the bench. Coach Iniguez making sure that he rotates. He's trying to keep his team fresh, and Coach Akova maybe doesn't have quite the same luxury in depth on the roster. Conde now comes around the top. Oh, that is a perfectly positioned pass to a wide open Jones for two. Gray now with the crazy handle. Oh, the pass is deflected though. Praha in the ascendancy. Spin move, kicked out. Violova off target. She felt it straight away. As soon as it left her hand, she tried to chase down the offensive rebound, but Violova can shoot the ball, shooting over 30% from outside this season. One of those rhythm shooters though, as we see a replay of the pass from Conde to Jones.
Yeah. Mersin is really struggling with this rotation on the pick and roll. That's the third time at least that we see Brianna just getting an open layup on that pick.
Stolen away, Conde now. 2-on-1 break in favour of Praha. To Thomas, to Conde for two. Timeout's going to be called by Coach Iniguez as Praha trim Mersin's lead to just 4 points now. Defense leads to offense and often leads to easy buckets like that one for Maria Conde. Textbook 2-on-1 fast break play. Let's head straight into Coach Iniguez's huddle, hear what he has to say.
Okay, I don't need ball back, dribbling. Okay, pierde. Yeah? Okay, we kill the pick and roll. Ball back, we recover. You recover your player. They are passing always here, eh? Yes? Oye, when Thomas come here, is the guard. No, Yelena is here. Is the guard. We might deny this pass. Thomas here. We might deny this pass.
As always with Coach Iniguez, an impassioned communication with his team, highlighting the little details that he wants them to change. Cornelius brings it up over the half. He doesn't take the three, looks to get to the bucket instead. Out to Tash, nails the three. Look at the screen. No surprise. That's a big shot. Tash just averaging 3 points a game this season. And stepping up in a big way. Conde tries to return the favour. Will she get the roll? Not this time. And Williams works hard to secure the rebound. Dublevic just spills it out of bounds, and not a roar of success, a roar of frustration. Dublevic will head to the bench, and Savendikic will come back into the action for Mersin.
That's a great defense by Vukosavljevic. The post-up thinking they have a mismatch, but she's on the ball.
Conde now to Jones. Jones will pull the trigger on the little mid-range jumper. That one spat away by the iron.
And that's better for Mersin. That's what you want from Jones. You don't want an easy layup.
Savendikic. And once again, good defense there by Vukosavljevic. It's not about overcommitting for Vukosavljevic. It's just about staying in that defensive play. 7-point lead for Mersin. A little over 4.5 minutes left in this first half, and if the game was guts and glory in the first semi-final, this one feels a little bit more like a chess match right now. Oh, Vukosavljevic just using sheer power and strength and size to get away to the basket.
I mean, that's what she has to do. She's in front of Jessica. She has 2 fouls. You want to make her do a third foul.
Gray now to Cornelius for 3. Too heavy, where's the rebound? Williams again with another big rebound, her third of the game. Stolen away though, here we go for Praha. Real over. Oh, she's had a tough time, that's 2 air balls from 2 shots.
US too strong.
Maybe the pressure's getting a little much as Coach Hakova looks like she may be making the change to bring O'Black back into the game. Cornelius now back to Gray. Gray pulls up, long 2, off right though. Rebound for Brianna Jones, her 5th rebound of the game, already has 10 points, so Brianna Jones more than on her way to the obligatory double-double. There's the pass inside to her, make that 12 points for Brianna Jones, but the perfect placement of the pass from Thomas made that play.
The connection between Thomas and Jones is just unbelievable.
Cornelius fades to the near corner. No good. Where's the rebound? There's no one fighting or boxing out for Praha.
Another offensive.
Brianna Jones looking a little fatigued right now. Normally they would rotate Fagbenley in, but she has an injury. Williams! Oh, that is just bully basketball of its finest. Get off of me, says Elizabeth Williams. Look at the strength and power. Brushes Vukasavljevic to the floor. My goodness, that is a statement of intent from Williams. There's the pass inside on the previous play, and you do wonder if it's worth Coach Hekova maybe just calling a timeout to give her team a bit of a breather. Fatigue is starting to set in. You can see Thomas and Jones blowing a little at the moment. Foul's going to be called. Let's see what that one's on. I think it may be on Williams. That is Tiffany Hayes called for the foul on Vukasavljevic. Thomas now to Williams, steps back. Good defense there by Williams. The scramble for the defensive rebound. Mersin end up securing possession though. Cornelius. Shot clock down to 8. Arpash gets locked up by Thomas. Shot clock's going to expire. She throws up a prayer. It won't get there. Great defense by Praha. That really is part of their DNA to play that style of defense.
That's really track basketball.
Five-point lead, under 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Oh, Black to Thomas. Thomas, again, a little flat. Not had that mid-range game that she often has. Just 2 from 6 from the field right now. Hayes in the corner, tries to find the baseline against O'Black, just absolutely barrels away through, and we get a flex of the gun show from Tiffany Hayes. O'Black, another little free throw line jumper. This time it's good, and as you said before, that's almost a signature move for Taya O'Black. If she can get to the free throw line, she's a high percentage shooter. Cornelius finds a lane. O'Black just slightly uses a hip to edge her out of bounds. Foul called. Unbelievably, only the second team foul of the quarter on Praha, as Cornelius ends up getting to know the ad boards a little bit closer. There's the move by Hayes, though. She just hustles Praha out of the way. Cornelius now at the line for free throws. Another collector's item, a 93% free throw shooter, Laura Cornelius. The home fans here are letting her hear about that miss. That's the second to go though, and extends Mersin's lead ever so slightly further away. 6 points now. Here's the advantage for the Turkish team. O'Black, catch and shoot, 3 ball. Oh, it rattles around the rim and away. Williams scoops the rebound, her 5th of the game. Hayes slides through the defense. Will she get the roll? No, she won't. O'Black will scoop up the defensive rebound. Gonna look to take the final shot of the half. The shot clock's off. 12 seconds to work with. Oblak now pulls up, elbow jumper. Oh, that is string music for Taya Oblak. Timeout called here with 4.1 seconds remaining. Praha have dragged themselves, kicking and screaming back into this one. They trail by just 4 on the back of that make from Taya Oblak. As we said in the previous play, that's pretty much her spot. Let's head straight into Coach Iniguez's huddle and hear what he has to say.
We are there. Laura, no, Chelsea, you take her. This side. Yeah. Chelsea, you take her. Okay? I want, Alex, I want the screen here for Tiffany. Okay? If we have the pass, for Tiffany to drive there. Bien? If not, we have Alex and Laura. I want you starting. I want you starting. See, Laura, I want you starting here, okay? So after this and this, I want you show up, okay? Liz, end of the court, dribbling, okay, if they help, we can do it. We have 4 seconds.
You wouldn't expect any less from Coach Iniguez. A very detailed offense, several options for him to work out, but by the sounds of it, Tiffany Hayes is option 1. .1 seconds for Mersin to get the ball up over the half, as well as to get their offense in play. Vendikic will have to try and get it up. Offensive foul's going to be called. Cornelius sets an illegal screen behind Maria Conde. Official's right there, it's right in front of him. And instead, it's 1.5 seconds for Praha to draw something up. Coach Hekova calls the screen. There's the replay. Let's have a look. Is it stationary? That's tough. That's a tough one to call either way. And the official very quick to the call. Timeout called by Coach Hekova. Let's see what she's got for her buzzer beating out of bound play. Unfortunately, due to the noise of the crowd here in the arena, I don't think any of us stood a chance of hearing what Coach Hekova has to say. For her sake, I hope the players were able to hear what she had to say, but they have 1.5 seconds to do something with it. And as it stands, they have 5 players on the floor who all know how to score the ball. Sideline possession for Praha. 1.5 seconds to try and close the half out on a high. Ball inbounded. Oblak, catch, shoot, 3-ball. It's short. What a first half of action. These final 4s are the gift that keep on giving. This is the second semi-final. At the halfway stage, it's Praha 40, Mersin 44. An amazing first half of action here. As we expected, the game perfectly balanced on a knife edge. Here's your shooting percentages for both teams. Neither team shooting the ball particularly well from outside. Mersin having a little bit better of the action. Both teams shooting the ball well, though, from the free throw line and from the 2-ball. It's very clear that both teams want to get into the paint to get their offense going. Mersin winning the rebounding battle, and that certainly has played a part in why they hold a 4-point lead at the halfway stage here. But what a first 20 minutes of basketball. A raucous crowd trying to cheer Praha, the home team, on to the finals. a half in the books. They trail by 4. Second half action is just around the corner. But at the halfway stage of this second semi-final in the 2023 EuroLeague Women Final Fours, it's Praha 40, Mersin 44. Welcome back to Prague. We are halfway through the second semi-final of the 2023 EuroLeague Women Final Fours, and what a first half we've had here in Prague. The home team, Praha, trail this one 40-44 against Mersin. The Turkish team have come in and tried to quieten the crowd. Praha have fought hard though, got themselves back into this game, and once again it is perfectly poised for a huge 20 minutes of basketball with everything on the line for these two teams. For Praha, their leading scorer at the half is Brianna Jones. She has 12 points and 5 rebounds, but do bear in mind she has played all 20 minutes, as has Alyssa Thomas. As for Mersin, their leading scorer, Tiffany Hayes, she has 11 points, but also notable performances in that first half for Savendikic, who has 8 points and 7 rebounds, and Elizabeth Williams with 8 points and 5 rebounds. A more rounded team performance from Mersin, but the short-handed Praha staying in this game. How would you expect the second half to be different than the first, Jon?
I think for Prague, every time they were able to put the ball inside on Thomas and Jones, they were able to score and get easy buckets. So I think that's what they have to try to do. And we know their DNA is to get the ball in defense, run, share the ball, and get easy baskets. They have been doing it at the end of the second quarter, but we need to see that more from Paris.
Third quarter action underway here in Prague. The second half of the second semi-final. Fenerbahce already booked their spot in the big game on Sunday. Who will be joining them? Will it be Mersin? Will it be Praha? Mersin led by 4 at the half. They don't lead by 4 anymore. They extend that out to 7 with a big 3 from Cornelius in the corner. Vukasavljevic just has a blitz defense collapse on her and steals away. Savendikic now trying to back away to the basket as Praha sit in this zone defense. Williams working hard against Jones. Jones just caught napping a little there. Should have been her defensive rebound, but Williams works hard. Conde running left-hander, no good. Praha with a stuttering start to this second half.
Mersin came back with a lot of energy in the second half.
I think Coach Iniguez, as we see a replay of Williams working hard, I think Coach Iniguez has just received his last warning, I think, for stepping outside of his coaching area. Hayes now drives inside, will draw the foul off Conde. That one's on the floor. But Mersin just seemed to have picked up where they left off, really. Yeah, just a quick little shake, and the first step was enough to leave Conde behind.
Mersin is being really aggressive and Prague needs to do the same thing with their pass priority to offense, but they haven't touched the ball yet.
Williams to the basket. Strong pivot move, but the defense stands firm. Conde for 3, that's off left. Rebound by Alyssa Thomas. Almost fighting Brianna Jones for it. Vukasavljevic has it stripped away again. Thomas goes to the floor, it's off, I think, Savendikic's leg, so it will be a Praha ball.
That's a tough battle.
Both teams are full of warriors who are happy to throw themselves to the hardwood for the extra possession, as you see there. Thomas just barreling into Savendikic, and a big smile on her face in the end. Black, Vukasavljevic wide open, and she nails the corner pocket 3. That is a big shot in a big moment in this game. Brings it back to a 6-point Mersin lead. Savendikic open on the wing. In and out this time though. Jones scoops in another rebound, her 6th of the night. Black on the pick and roll with Brianna Jones. Almost deflected away. It was a second opportunity, but stolen back by Teo Black. My goodness me, there's bodies everywhere.
Everybody's diving on the floor.
Anyone tells me that these players don't want this trophy with every atom of their soul, I question you when you see the players just launching themselves at the floor. There's the three ball from Vuka Savljevic. Slow motion makes it look even prettier.
So important shots. They were done by 9.
Conversation at the moment between the officials. I'm not sure what it's regarding. I don't know if it's... No, it's going to be a sideline possession for Praha. Just a little bit of sweat on the floor that needs cleaning up before we can get back underway. Black now. Thomas, elbow jumper. Everyone gives her space. It's not wise. She misses this time though. Cornelius to Gray. Gray for 3. No hesitation, but she's off left. Neither team fully taking control of this second half as of yet. Conde floats inside and hits the jumper. Once again, Alyssa Thomas becomes provider, her 5th assist of the game. She's rumbling her way towards another triple-double, which would be unbelievable in a semi-final.
And we haven't seen Conde much in the first half, but she can really be a key factor for this Prague team in the second half.
Yeah, Conde just caught half a step behind the play there, but I think most people are half a step behind the play when Tiffany Hayes is in possession.
It's one of the quickest on the court.
Unbelievable speed, and it's that first step as well. So explosive. Hayes at the line for free throws. The 33-year-old is a good free throw shooter, 82%, but that said, Mersin are a good free throw team, 81% as a team. Second foul of the quarter for Praha as well. Be interesting to see if that plays any part. Black now. Little hesitation, hands it off to Brianna Jones, and Jones comes up short. She gets it back though. That is just pure hustle from Brianna Jones. Savendikic, oh, beautiful play by Savendikic, just sees Williams cutting from the weak side and hands it away. Black inside to Jones, rejected. Not in Elizabeth Williams' house. That one's batted off the baseline. Great recovery by Williams, really. It looked like she was almost out of the play, and she manages to re-establish herself.
That's why she's been Defensive Player of the Year so many times.
Conde now hands it off to Thomas. Black 3. Not this time. Thomas just a little slow getting it to her, but she grabs the rebound and is swatted again. Real rim protection from Williams. Hayes the other way. Oh, wow.
How she does that?
That is unreal ability from Tiffany Hayes. In full flow, draws huge contact and still gets the score.
And Elizabeth Williams just being a blocking machine on the other end.
Thomas now back out to O'Black. O'Black drives inside, one hander, no good, and Mersin's lead stays at 8 points with a little over 5 left in this third quarter. Cornelius out to Savendikic, shot fake, steps in, long 2. She'll have to earn her points from the free throw line, and she draws the foul from Taya O'Black.
Mersin is really setting the tempo in this second half.
Really really has come out and stepped up her game. Had a slightly difficult time at the start of the season when she was in Avenida.
And you know, they have a lot of offensive talents, but right now they're feeding themselves off their defensive pressure.
Interestingly enough, Savendikic's best game of the season was against the team she now plays for. She had a double-double in that one. Vukosavljevic is knocked out of bounds by Tiffany Hayes. Hayes will get called for the foul. First foul of the quarter, though, for Mersin, and we're over 5 minutes in. Third foul on Tiffany Hayes. That is problematic.
Yes.
3 fouls on Hayes, 3 fouls on Cornelius. Conde, she's wide open in the corner. Oh, it's too flat. Thomas, another rebound. Vukosavljevic for 3. She's a little short as well. Praha are getting the open looks from outside. They're just not connecting with them right now.
And those are 3 quick shots, and they're contested. I mean, the second one.
Savendikic, little head fake, ducks inside, pulls up, another 2 ball goes up, no good. Vukosavljevic pulls down her 4th rebound of the game. Conde waits for the Thomas screen. Dumps it inside to her. Oh, that is a beautiful rejection by Williams.
Elizabeth Williams, oh my gosh.
Elizabeth Williams.
She's just everywhere.
Is a one-woman wrecking ball right now. Unbelievable defense. Look how she turns the speed of reaction. Bats it back into the face of Brianna Jones. Almost leaving Jones with a Morton imprint on her forehead.
Not sure Brianna Jones and Alyssa Thomas got their shot blocked as much in the game.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think I've seen it all season. Brianna Jones shot blocked. Elizabeth Williams now, impressive stat line at 12 points, 6 rebounds and 3 blocks.
Wow.
Hayes. Skip now. Beautiful ball movement here from Mersin. Gray in and out with the 3. It's batted back. Who's going to hold on to it? It will be Praha. And O'Black is out at the races. Oh, thrown away. And these are mistakes starting to creep into the game. And you do wonder, is it a fatigue thing? Alyssa Thomas hasn't been off the floor. Neither has Brianna Jones. They played every second of this semi-final so far. And with the injury to Temi Fagbenle, you don't see it changing anytime soon. You have a feeling both of those players are going to play the full 40 today.
Yeah, we knew it could be an issue, especially with Mersin, making them work in defense as well. You need to have Assad.
Hayes to the basket. Off the glass. Williams is just a monster at the moment in the paint. Both ends of the floor. She wants every possible possession she can get. What a game from Elizabeth Williams. Nine-point lead now for the Turkish team. Jones from the free throw line, a little heavy, grabs her own rebound again though, can't get the putback, and it's those kind of situations that cause problems. Williams rips down the rebound. Cornelius kicks it out. Vukosavljevic almost loses the handle. Vukosavljevic is all over and manages to knock it away.
That's great defense by Vukosavljevic.
Thomas to the basket. Can't get the score. Where's the rebound going? Tiffany Hayes is, I think, frustrated at the officials. The foul has been called on Vorachkova. I think it was maybe Hayes wanted it called a little earlier. She certainly made the most of it on the floor. Vorachkova heads to the bench. Conde comes back in.
Mersin is just more intense on both hands for the moment.
Absolutely. Mersin are almost willing themselves through to the final right now. Another foul called, this time on O'Black, and Praha are in the penalty That will send Cornelius to the line for shots. Praha looking shaky at the moment. Cornelius at the line. A little flat with the first of her two. The Dutch international is almost automatic from the free throw line. Not so this evening, but the pressure has its price to be paid for pretty much every player here tonight.
Probably the first EuroLeague semi-final for her.
Black now brings it up over the half. Luka Savljevic trying to find some space, but it's quickly closed down and stolen away. Tiffany Hayes out at the races. No one's going to match her. And another easy score, a 12-point lead for Mersin, and Tiffany Hayes is bouncing her way back to the bench. As Coach Hakova has to call a timeout right now, has to stop the rot. As Tiffany Hayes extends the lead with the steal and the score. Let's head straight into this Praha huddle because Coach Hakova is going to have to find a rabbit in the hat and pull some magic together here to get Praha back on track.
She got the screen so fast to her, and here is space for driving. Drive. You got the ball immediately. If they go under, shoot. Of course. But it's like this, and make it Free is here. Free and you. Okay, free. And I think on the way home.
As we see some of the replays of Tiffany Hayes so far tonight, what a game she's had. 17 points, 7 from 13 from the field. And that is why, just the attitude she's approached this game, she's trying to grab the game by the throat and make it submit. She's not letting the game come to her. She's taking the game on. Conde now inside, kicks it to Thomas. Thomas with the spin, goes up and again. Those are shots that have fallen all season for Praha. And in the semi-final, they've just stopped falling.
Yeah. What a performance by Mersin. Thomas is only 7 points for the moment.
Gray now skips it to the weak side. Three ball goes up. It's heavy. Where's the rebound though? Well, Williams almost against all odds brings the rebound down. Instead, Jones does secure the rebound. Can Praha start to build some momentum? Luka Savljevic inside. Oh, block number 4 for Elizabeth Williams. The nastiest of all of the blocks so far.
Said the paint is mine.
Stripped away. Gray now. It's going to be fouled and the wheels are falling off for Praha. They are not finding any rhythm. That's going to be the 4th foul on O'Black. That's a problem for Hakova.
Prague needs to stay in the game right now.
There's still over 11 minutes of basketball to play and your captain's on 4 fouls and you don't have a deep bench. Realistically, coming off the bench probably would be Jasinski or Villalova. Villalova had a tough start. Yeah, we're going to see Jasinski come into the game and no real surprise, Coach Hakova has to kind of pull O'Black off the floor, but how difficult it is as a player to have not played in the entire first half, not played in the first 9 minutes of the third quarter, and then be expected to be up to game speed in a semi-final.
Especially in this kind of game, it's really tough.
It's a big ask. She will get her first touch of the ball though as she brings it up over the half. Nice pass inside to Thomas. Thomas goes in, draws the foul. Not a bad first possession for Jasinski, just stepping in and getting up to the pace of the game as best she could. Not an easy pass, but she managed just about to get it through. She gets her teammate Thomas to the line for 2 shots. Alyssa Thomas just 2 from 11 from the field tonight. And as you said, that's not down to a bad performance from Alyssa Thomas, that's down to some phenomenal defense from Mersin.
Yep.
The first of her 2, takes her tally up to 8 points alongside 9 rebounds and 5 assists. And what a season Alyssa Thomas has had, the only player to average above 15 points, 10 rebounds and 5 assists this season. Hits them both, brings it back down to a 12-point ball game now. 45 seconds left in this third quarter. Foul's going to be called on Jasinski. She just gets tied up with Tiffany Hayes. Praha in the penalty, so Hayes will go to the free throw line. Michikova looking on, and let's have a look at the replay here. Not sure if we're going to see it. Now that's the end of it, and Hayes getting flipped around. Doesn't get the first to go. Back at the line for the second though. Rattles home the second. Mersin's lead back up to 13. Offensive foul is going to be called on Alyssa Thomas as she cleans out Savendikic. Second foul on Thomas, so no real stresses just yet. Dublevic celebrating the defensive play from Savendikic. Gray now with possession. She's picked up the dribble though and is getting harassed by Thomas. Dublevic long 2. Comes up short. Thomas with another rebound. That's her 10th rebound of the game. Oh, lovely pass, but it's intercepted. Foul's going to be called though. Who's the foul on?
Craig has to run just like they did every time they're gonna get something.
That one's on Hollingsworth. Just her second foul though. And only the 13th foul of the quarter for Mersin. Coach Iniguez to make the change as Cornelius comes in. Hayes will take a break on the bench. 6.3 seconds left in this third quarter. What a job Tiffany Hayes has done tonight so far. Jasinski has to go long, and it's way too long. And it will go all the way back to the other end of the floor. And that's a smart play by Vukasavljevic, really. If she touched it, then it would have been at the half. Instead, they're going to make Mersin have to run it through the back court. Cornelius brings it up over the half, puts up a prayer from downtown. It's an air ball, but I don't think they'll be too unhappy with that. At the end of the third quarter, Mersin continue to exert their dominance on the game. They won that quarter 18-9, and the third quarter score is Praha 49, Mersin 62. Here are your shooting percentages from that first 3 quarters of action. Both teams really struggling to find anything from downtown. This is absolutely a battle in the trenches, way down deep in the paint. These two teams are going for it tonight as they try and fight and work to dominate the interior. And you have to say, on the back of some big work by Williams, they kind of are dominating the interior right now.
She's like having a party in the paint. And honestly, it's 10 minutes left, but I think for Prague, Alyssa Thomas getting back on track can be like the biggest factor, because we've seen during the regular season she had some tough games, and every time she stepped up in the last quarter, Prague came back and got that win. So I think that's what you can hope for Prague right now. And Mersin, I mean, just keep being aggressive. It's working all the way.
Yeah, it's not particularly about a play or anything from Mersin or a style or a structure. It's just their attitude that they've approached this game that's got them 13
Playing
points
confidence.
up.
Like every time Elizabeth Williams is blocking a shot, she's sending a strong message, and that's the attitude they all have on that team.
Absolutely. I agree with you with regards to Praha as well. For me, go to Alyssa Thomas. Almost force the play through her and then look to kick out to the likes of Vukle Savovic and Conde. If they can spot up, that's where it's going to go. At the moment, they don't seem to have a focal point to their offense, and that's not placed them in a good position with 10 minutes still to play.
And I mean, she needs to get the ball in the paint because she's got it outside of the paint. Mersin decided to let her shoot. It's not going in tonight, so they're going to have to find her in the paint.
Fourth quarter underway here in Prague. Just 10 minutes left in the semi-finals of the 2023 EuroLeague Women Final Fours. Offensive foul is going to be called on Elizabeth Williams, but Mersin lead by 13 here on Praha's home floor. Conde looks to drive baseline, has it stripped away by Gray, and Gray throws it off her legs. Conde frustrated. I think she was fouled.
Scherziger is really smart. They tried to isolate Maria Conde against her because Maria Conde is faster, but she said, you know what, I'm not as fast, but...
Well, for me, that's a great no call by the officials. That was good defense. Gray going up against Thomas, fades away.
That one.
Good help on the defensive side for Praha that time. Luka Savljevic has got the mismatch that she wanted. Jones now though picks a dribble up and it's completely lost Praha offensively. No focus, no structure. As Mersin's relentless pressure is starting to show cracks in Praha's performance.
Oh, Black Forefather is affecting them right now.
Savendikic just got the mismatch against Jasinski. She's going to make them pay. Savendikic will take Jasinski into the low post every time. The double has to come across to help her out. Conde now, long two. Is she going to get the roll? She is. You could feel the crowd here in the arena willing that one to drop. Savendikic hands it off to Gray. For three at the top. Savendikic is absolutely on fire. What a shot. A 16-point lead for Mersin now. Is there a way back into this game for Praha? If there is, it has to be soon. Vukle Savljevic. Oh, what a play. That is an experienced play right there. Drive the baseline, go for the reverse.
That's a great take. Prague really needs to be aggressive, just like Valerian did.
Conde trying to swipe it away, but Savendikic holds on to it. Gray now being harassed by Thomas. Cornelius, little running right-hander is good, and she just gets it away in time. Look at the Mersin fans, they're celebrating.
Everything is just going Mersin way right now.
Vukle Savljevic. Lob pass is too long though for Jones to be able to work with it. She'll have to come back out. Vukle Savljevic for three. That's heavy. And you can just feel Praha's confidence ebbing away.
Yeah.
As Coach Hekova throws the final dice, really bringing Taya Oblak back into the game. 4 fouls for Oblak as we see the 3-ball go in. And the big buzzer beater from Cornelius. And as you say, Bjorn, it's all Mersin traffic right now.
And whoever is on the court for Mersin, they keep being aggressive, they keep being so intense. They can have anybody on the court and they're still playing at this level.
Cornelius, free ball goes up. That one's a little flat and clangs off the side of the iron. Conde now. Nice spin move to create the space she wanted. Jones is open. Will she put it up? She will. That's off left. Where's the rebound? It's in the hands of Savendikic, and Brianna Jones just barrels her off the baseline, and reading the body language of Praha now, it's not a good look. They are starting to look a little dejected. The fatigue is kicking in as Horachkova will come back in for Conde, and
Alyssa Thomas is looking a little frustrated. She still hasn't touched the ball in that last quarter.
So we just wait for a quick lace adjustment before we can get the game back underway. 6 minutes, 31 seconds left in this semi-final. Fenerbahce await the winners in the final on Sunday, but who will be there? At the moment, you would suggest that Mersin have 1 foot in the final. Cornelius tries to reverse the pass back, but Hayes had already switched back up to the top. Black now. What can the captain of Praha do to bring her team out of the slump? Vuka Savljevic just a little bit loose with the scoop shot.
I mean, she didn't make it, but that's what they have to do. That's a great take by Valerian, because they have to come back, and that's how they're going to come back, going to the basket.
Cornelius now. Nothing there. Comes back to Savendikic. What will Williams do? She's double teamed. Hayes, strong drive inside. Shot deflected though. Where's it going? It's a bit of volleyball in the paint. Eventually comes back out to Mersin, and they get a fresh 14. Hayes shaking, baking. Is she cooking? Not this time. Thomas drives inside. What's the call? Offensive foul on Alyssa Thomas. Praha players are suggesting that she was in the restricted area.
She wasn't.
There's the replay. As Tiffany Hayes does the ref's job for him. Yeah, nowhere near the restricted area. And Mersin sit with a very healthy 16-point lead. And Praha still fumbling around trying to find some answers to the way the game is unfolding. Offensive foul called on Williams. It was the right call for me. She just leaned a little on the screen. Didn't quite say set. Let's have a look at the replay. Yeah, she's still ever so slightly leaning. Here's the play at the other end of the floor, and for me, Dubljevic was actually quite lucky on that last play to not have an unsportsmanlike called against her, as she clearly was just trying to stop the transition.
Wasn't playing the ball.
Jones now in the low post. Has it stripped away, but recovers, and it's on the floor again. Bodies everywhere right now.
Mersin defense is just so aggressive.
Unreal, but you see how much it means to the players.
I don't think anybody has been defending Brianna Jones and Alyssa Thomas like that in the regular season. What they're doing tonight is really amazing.
No, absolutely, there's no one that has played the way they have against them. The physicality, the intensity, the energy that Mersin have put into that element. And just Praha haven't been really, they're not ready for that. They weren't ready for that situation. Blocked away again. Hayes, only one thing on my mind, and that's getting to the bucket. She ends up on the floor, and a technical foul is called on Tiffany Hayes. She needs to be careful. She's still absolutely fuming. If she gets another, she'll be out of the game. Hayes walks away and tries to calm herself down.
How many blocks for Elizabeth Williams? 5, 6? 4 blocks.
4 blocks so far for Elizabeth Williams as Taya O'Black heads to the free throw line. And for me, a smart play by Coach Iniguez. Takes Hayes to the bench, gives her some time to calm down. That's the right move. O'Black hits the free throw, brings Praha to within 15. It's a big ask though. A very, very big ask. 4 minutes and 44 seconds left for Praha to rescue their EuroLeague women's season.
That's a lot of time. They can start it right now.
O'Black with possession. Savljevic. Now to Thomas, back out. She was open for the 3, didn't take it. Will draw the foul from Dubljevic. Where's the foul going to be called? I think Dubljevic is trying to get the foul called on her, but it's not been called on her. Who's it been called on? Is it on Dubljevic? I think it is. Savljevic seems to be one of the bright lights at the moment for Praha. She's only 4 from 12 from the field, but she's played over 30 minutes already, has 14 points, 5 rebounds, and she's the kind of player that could spark the restart for Praha. She's a player that can score in a hurry.
She could definitely do it because she's the only one that's been being able to be aggressive. The only one they haven't really stopped yet.
Both free throws are made, and that's all you can ask of a player. When given that opportunity at the charity strike, that they make the most of it. 13-point lead, under 4.5 to play. Gray now.
Wow.
Tries to get it inside to Williams. That pass was millimeter perfect from Gray. That was unreal. Felt like time stood still while she found a way to get the pass through. Let's look at the replay. Oh, the no look. My goodness me. She is putting a show on here in Prague. The timeout has been called as Coach Hakova is left, trying to find a way back into this one. Let's listen to her huddle and see how she's going to change things up. Coach Hakova trying to use the many, many years of experience right now, drawing on every minute she's had, as we see Vuka Savljevic trying as she can. 15 points, 5 rebounds. And the crowd are doing what they can right here, right now. The roof's just been lifted off the arena as they try and get their team back into it. 15-point lead for Mersin though. 4 minutes and 14 seconds. Who will be joining Fenerbahce in the final on Sunday? O'Black. Back to Thomas. Thomas with a little elbow jumper, and that's the jumper that everyone gives her, but she has a way of making them.
That could be the start of something.
Savendikic. Is it stolen away? No. Dubljevic holds on to it, but it's going to be an 8-second violation. What great defense from Praha. Is this the turning point? Dubljevic will head to the bench. Tiffany Hayes comes back in for Mersin. From Coach Iniguez's perspective, he's hoping a slightly cooler and calmer Tiffany Hayes returns to the floor. O'Black now. Waits for the screen. Thomas trying to back away in, comes back out. O'Black for 3. In and out. Where's the rebound? It's Jones trying to fight for it. She'll come away with it and they'll go again. O'Black from the elbow, no good. Savendikic rips down another rebound. 11th of the night, a double-double for Sevendikic, 14 points and 11 rebounds already.
Prague is really pressing on defense.
Gray now trying to find a lane to attack the basket. Oh, another perfect placed pass.
My God.
Look at the goggles from Chelsea Gray. She has laser vision here tonight. Slight confusion on the floor, but there's the replay. Another unreal pass from Chelsea Gray.
We don't call her the point guard for no reason.
My goodness. Elizabeth Williams, rightfully so, points back down the floor to Gray, and the Mersin fans are now in full voice. Oh, Black at the top. Vukasavljevic being made to work so hard to get the low post position. She'll get the shot away, but it was a tough shot. Williams with another rebound. Her 9th of the game, just one away from a double-double now for Elizabeth Williams. Gray looking for another piece of magic. Thomas stays in front of her. Gray falls to the floor, still manages the pass though. Foul will be called on Oblak. Praha not in the penalty though, so it will just be a sideline possession for Mersin. Oblak heads out of the game, and she has fouled out of the game. With that foul, Vorachkova in. Oblak will play no longer a part in this game. 2 minutes 20 still to play, and the captain for Praha is out of the action. Hayes. Sevendikic. She'll hand it off to Gray. Gray trying to fight away past Vukasavljevic. Oh my goodness, Gray's handle is unreal. She is in a different dimension tonight. She is playing on a whole nother level. Shot is short. Cornelius with the rebound, but she throws it away. And you see Coach Iniguez straight on the floor saying, just put the ball under your arm and stand there. We don't need to force the pace now. They lead by 17. 1 minute 49 seconds left here in Prague. The home team on the verge of being dumped out at the semi-final stage. Thomas, long two. Doesn't get the roll this time. Cornelius picks up another rebound. That's her 5th rebound of the game. Laura Cornelius. That's off the knee of Thomas. Timeout has been called by Coach Iniguez. His team have possession in the corner, but have next to no time to get the ball over the half. Let's head into Coach Iniguez's huddle, hear what he has to say.
We have to pass the ball in 1 second over there. Bien, bien, Chelsea's here. I don't want another, okay, and I want. Tiffany here. And I want 3 players. I want this, I want Laura, and I want Alex. All of you are running here, and here. And this is running here to try to pass the ball. Okay? Yeah. If we have any problem to pass there, we can use Alex, okay, low pass.
Or I won't go in.
Yeah. Okay, so we don't pass the ball to them, huh?
Coach Iniguez identifying that his team have no time to get the ball up over the half, so their pass has to go from out of bounds into the front court. If they touch it in the back court, then it will be an 8-second violation and they'll turn it over. Oh, in fact, they have advanced the ball. They've advanced the ball, and it takes that situation out of play. They'll lose 2 seconds on the shot clock, but it puts them into the front court. 1 minute 35 to play. Mersin so close to the final right now. Hayes drives inside, draws the foul from Jones. Oh no, Hayes looks like she's injured. That is not a good sight. She's holding her foot. She looks like she's in an immense amount of pain right now. Oh, that is heartbreaking to see. Let's have a look. Tough to see what it was there. It was almost like a stubbed toe. Oh no. No one wants to see this. What has been one of the superstars on the floor. She's back on her feet. Not putting much weight on that right foot though, Tiffany Hayes. I think you might have to chop a foot off though to get her off the floor. I don't think she's going to go back to the bench unless she absolutely has to. She doesn't look comfortable on it, but she's going to go to the free throw line to take her shots. First is no good from Tiffany Hayes. Mersin's lead stays at 17 points. 1 minute 26 to play. Mersin within touching distance of their first ever EuroLeague women's final. Connects with the second. Mersin will make a change as Hayes hobbles to the bench. In her place comes Fituk. Conde now brings it up over the half with pace. There's no time to lose for Praha. They still have a slim chance, but they need to go fast. Conde though misses the shot. Cornelia scoops the rebound. No pressure being offered by Praha. Not trying to steal the ball. Is this a submission from Praha? Is this them saying, we've let this one slip? Cornelius at the top, using the screen set by Uraltupus. Her first taste of the action, the captain for Mersin into the game for the first time. And Savendikic will pull up long two. Oh, and it's beautiful from Savendikic. Look at the joy. Her and Chelsea Gray share an embrace as they know they're so close.
Savendikic.
Brianna Jones against Uraltupus, no good. Good defense by Mersin's captain. And the Mersin fans are on their feet. They know how big this is, how historic this is for their club. This isn't the only first time they've been to the Final Fours. It's going to be their first appearance in the final. Shot goes up, no good. And surely Praha now will just run the clock out, and it's heartbreak for the home team here. They wanted to repeat what they did in 2015. They wanted to win the trophy on their home court. It's not to be, and Mersin progressed to the final under the expert guidance of Coach Iniguez. Look at the celebrations. You see what it means. The final score here in Prague is Praha 58, Mersin 78.
What a game for Mersin. They really control every part of the game tonight.
An unbelievable performance, a phenomenal 40 minutes of basketball from the Turkish team. They rightfully take their place alongside Fenerbahce for an all-Turkish EuroLeague Women 2023 final on Sunday. For Praha, they will battle it out for the bronze medal against Skio on Sunday, and the celebrations will start for Mersin. And look at the body language. Praha works so hard. They're such a good team. They put in some huge performances this season, but it was just a step too far this evening. Mersin celebrate the win, and rightfully so. They have done an amazing job here in front of a partisan crowd. They come away with a 20-point win against Praha. They have earned the right to battle it out with Fenerbahce on Sunday. A chance to lift the EuroLeague Women's Trophy. What bigger chance is there than that? The Praha players head to their fans on the front row. And there really is a symbiotic relationship between the club and the fans here in Prague. As for Mersin, they are super, super proud of what they've achieved, making it an all-Turkish EuroLeague Women's final. What a game we've had here in Prague. That concludes the semi-finals day. Our two finalists are Fenerbahce and Mersin. Praha and Skio will play for that bronze medal. But the final score here is 78 to Mersin, 58 to Praha. That concludes our game. Please make sure that you get the games in the diary for Sunday though, because both of those are set to be absolutely phenomenal ones.
They're celebrating. Alex, what a game. What a game. First time at the Final Four for Mersin. A crazy season, new players, new coach. The passion, the energy you bring. Can you tell us how it feels?
I think it's been a lot for us this season, and this team is just something different. It's just something different. We really clicked together. We came here to show up and really to show our game and really enjoy. It's first time in history we are here, so we didn't have nothing to lose. So for us, it's just enjoying basketball, and I feel like every player showed it tonight, and you can see that everybody was smiling while we play. So it's something else.
You're one game away from a title and continue to make history against an opponent that you know really well, Fenerbahce. What do you expect from this matchup?
I mean, they're amazing. Their team is a really favorite for this season to win the EuroLeague. But, you know, it's a one game. Everything can happen. And I feel like final is different, you know. So we're going to fight. We're going to show our game and show our basketball. And let's see. Let's see what can happen.
Congratulations and good luck.